The Thailand Summer Internship Program was established in 2002 to expose master's level social work students at San Diego State University to the practice of international social work. That exposure occurs in Thailand through internships at social service and public health agencies in Bangkok. Students participating in the program spend 6 weeks at their internships supervised by Thai social workers. The program emphasizes cultural immersion by having students live in apartments in Thai communities and also participating in short homestay. Students have their learning further enriched through formal study tours to agencies and community development programs outside of Bangkok. The 4 speakers featured in this video, Drew Cabral, Don Toll, Janelle Battaglia, and Sarah Minus, were all alumni of the Thailand Internship Program, and they are reflecting on their most important experiences while they were in Thailand, but also on how the internship has affected their careers in social work.
Experiences that you gain really fall into 3 categories, highlights of your trip, and they fall under the categories of what you do at your assigned internship, your experiences in the study trips that the professors take you on, and really your experience of living on your own in that country, because you will be expected to survive and thrive for 7 weeks.
In my internship in Bangkok, I worked at a government agency that provides services to families with children with developmental disabilities, and I had the unique opportunity to sit in on a lot of individual and family therapy, and also to make home visits and teach in the social skills training program. So all these different perspectives gave me a unique insight into how social work is practiced in the mental health arena in Thailand. And I had a wonderful supervisor who taught me about how to apply different therapies within the Thai context. And I still use what she taught me today in my practice here in the United States.
A final highlight that was very important to me was our trip to a place called Wat Prabat Nam Pu. It was started by a Buddhist monk who actually created a safe haven for survivors of the AIDS virus, people who are living with AIDS. A lot of these individuals were subject to a lot of persecution and stigma, and they didn't have any place to go. But to actually go there and meet them and to see what was occurring in this safe haven, it was really gave you a sense of humanity, just to see their courage and their human spirits. And at the end of that trip, they actually do a performance for you, and just to see their smiles on their face and their will to live, it really makes you think and take notice on what you have in your life.
The thing that I loved most about living in Thailand was the culture shock. I loved the idea that every morning I got to wake up and do something that was going to be completely new to me, that was so far removed from what my own reality had always been, that everything I got to do, I got to take something out of it.
Living and working in Thailand gave me an understanding of a completely different way of life, of a different way of handling social problems, and of realizing that our North American way maybe is not the only way. It gave me much more understanding of what it must be like to come here from another country. It gave me an understanding of the incredible human rights abuses that are going on around the world, firsthand. It gave me an experience of living and working in a culture completely unlike my own, and being successful at it, which did a lot for my confidence as a professional.
We had such great experiences with the people that we met in Thailand through this program, through Thammasat University and our internships. We met so many wonderful people who were so hospitable and willing to teach us, and not only teach us about social work and social development in Thailand, but also about how to have fun Thai style with lots of laughter and food and music, whether we were singing karaoke or taking a tour of a village.
The way it helps your career is that it's definitely a great resume builder. Any prospective employers who see that on your resume are going to immediately ask about it, show some interest, and that gives you a chance to sell yourself and to talk about the experiences that you've gained.
Professionally, this experience has really helped me develop my understanding of working with international populations here in the United States. And I think what I took away from that experience is the importance of approaching unfamiliar situations with openness, curiosity, and humility. And when I approach my social work practice here in the United States with that attitude, I find that it helps me immensely.
This experience in Thailand has affected my career in that I now understand more clearly how people can be affected by trauma. I can see the incredible resilience with which people can respond to trauma, and also how it can affect them in their struggles with the rest of their life. I got a chance to see really the strength of the human spirit after going through enormous suffering. And this has been very helpful in my work. I have worked in hospice, and there are people who are going through very dark places. And this experience has really shown me how similar we all are when going through dark times, how resilient we can be, how difficult it can be, and how the human experience of suffering really translates across all cultures, while at the same time showing me how different we are depending on the culture that we were brought up in, and the extreme importance of social workers, of everyone knowing this difference.
Overall, I think the experience in Thailand has taught me to think more critically about what social work can be, and I feel as I move forward in the future, I have a lot more knowledge and tools to draw from in developing programs and just practicing individually as a social worker.
The last thing that I want to talk about that I get to take with me to work every day, which I think is so important, especially in a place like San Diego where you have such a large immigrant population, is I had to learn every day how to negotiate everyday tasks, work, shopping, running errands, in this culture that was so far removed from my understanding, where I didn't have a very good grasp of the language or of the nuances of the culture. Public transportation, shopping, paying your rent, all those kind of things that so many people have to do in our city and our county every day without the benefit of having their professors there to help them and their neighbors who know English to help them like I did. You just see the impact it makes when people are willing to accommodate you a little while you're learning about their culture, so that you can learn enough about theirs to function in it and become a part of their culture. And that's something I take with me every day, not only professionally, but personally. And it was just the most rewarding experience I've ever had in my life, and I carry it with me everywhere.